Welcome back to Just the Facts, the weekly vidcast from factcheck.org. I'm Emmy Kalawale, and it's debate season again. So here they are, in case you missed them, the claims that have been flying off the factual rails during the general election campaign. Think of it as an inoculation against future spin infection. We start with one mislead we've seen way too much of.
Raise taxes.
Painful income taxes.
Promises higher taxes.
I will keep taxes low.
Ready to tax.
My opponent
Home heating oil.
will raise them.
Painful tax increases.
Skyrocketing taxes on life savings.
People making just $42,000.
Electricity.
Working American families.
Republicans drag this line out every election cycle. Democrats will raise your taxes. Sometimes they do, but then again, sometimes so do Republicans. But first, the McCain campaign claimed Obama would raise taxes on people making as little as $32,000 a year. Then that he would raise taxes on home heating oil and electricity, and then that he voted to raise taxes 94 times. And then it was that Obama would raise taxes on
23 million small business owners
and on families in general. All of that is false and what we called a pattern of deceit. While it's true Obama plans to raise the income tax rate and the dividends rate and the rate on capital gains, that would only affect couples making $250,000 a year or more, and 80% of workers and families would see a tax cut, not a tax increase. Now, we're going to switch gears because Democrats have a line all their own.
The Bush-McCain privatization plan, privatizing Social Security, cutting benefits in half.
John McCain's talked about privatizing Social Security. John McCain has talked about privatizing it. Protect Social Security. Protect Social Security.
Yes, it's the stock Democratic line. Republicans want to cut Social Security benefits. John Kerry used it 4 years ago, but time doesn't make it any more true. Yes, McCain stumped for Bush's Social Security plan, which would not, repeat, not have cut Social Security benefits for anyone who's now retired or about to retire. And no one born before 1950 would have been affected by Bush's plan to offer voluntary private accounts for younger workers. Now, let's switch gears again to go from Social Security and taxes to Iran.
Obama says Iran is a tiny country, doesn't pose a serious threat.
What Obama said was that Iran was tiny compared with the Soviet Union, and that it doesn't pose a serious threat compared with the thousands of nuclear warheads the Soviets had during the Cold War. And now a mislead you've probably heard 100 times.
Maybe 100.
100 years in Iraq.
Maybe 100.
We are bogged down in a war that John McCain now suggests might go on for another 100 years.
100 years?
It even made its way into online comedy videos. This one has been viewed nearly 2 million times on YouTube. It's the claim that McCain is calling for a 100-year war in Iraq. But that's not what he said. McCain's 100 years remark comes with a very important caveat.
As long as Americans are not being injured or harmed or wounded or killed, it's fine.
That makes for a very different scenario than the one Democrats would have voters imagine. Next. Ah, yes, the windmills. John McCain has used this type of stock footage to promote the idea that his energy plan provides big bucks for wind and solar energy development. But it doesn't. When it comes to wind and solar, McCain would just reshuffle existing tax credits. His emphasis has always been on nuclear power and expanded oil drilling, neither of which make for particularly pretty ad montages. But Obama has his own energy misleads and pretty pictures.
And fast-track alternatives, so we stop spending billions on oil from hostile nations.
Except by fast track, the ad means a 10-year plan. So we'll be spending those billions on oil for a while yet. But wait, there's more. We've debunked Sarah Palin's thanks but no thanks on that bridge to nowhere, and Obama's claim that McCain called for Wall Street deregulation of healthcare. And if you've already worked through the big misleads of the season so far, there's plenty more we've posted this week, like the NRA's false claims about Obama, the full story of Palin's position on aerial wolf hunting, a false accusation about Obama and Born Alive bills, and much more. As you can tell, we've been busy. As for the debates, We'll be covering those as they happen on our new feature, the Fact Check Wire. That's right, we'll be posting refreshers on claims we've already debunked on the Wire at wire.factcheck.org. And for new claims that we haven't touched yet, we'll be posting a companion story on our website at www.factcheck.org. And that's it for this episode of Just the Facts. Thanks for watching. I'm Emmy Kalawale, and see you next week.